Sup, YouTube? It's me. I'm back. Anyways, I have a video that I actually was supposed to have posted about about 3 weeks ago. I had recorded it, and then some things transpired. Forgot about it, and I was going through my. I know you fucking. Sorry, I had an email. I was going through my computer and I found the video. So I was like, dang, I really need to post this. So I do have a few things that are pre-recorded. I'm actually in the process of pre-recording a couple of other videos for you guys. Because I already know that with me working for Apple, we're actually going to get ready to vamp up for the second half of our season. So I'm going to be pretty busy. And so I'll be recording. Well, like I said, I've already got a few things pre-recorded, and I will be getting those posts out to you guys. Still be sure to put in the comments what else you would like to see from me. But without further ado, let's get to the next clip. By the way, my hair is gonna be different because, like I said, I already had pre-recorded this video, so my hair is gonna be different. Just you'll see. What's up, YouTube? Y'all miss me? Anyways, it's me, Spirit TV, and I'm back again with another video. And today's video is going to be a story time. Yes, a story time. And the story time is going to be about Walmart. So let me tell y'all how Walmart got me fucked up. As much money as I spend there on groceries, personal supplies, in between items, because as I say, I have quite a few lucrative businesses. I get all my supplies for my baby blankets from there. I get all my supplies for my cutting up business, custom cuts by Mish, where I alter people's clothes and make a whole new outfit. I also get my supplies there for sugar, my sugar scrub, sugar wax, things like that. My organic skincare business. So I'm in Walmart quite a bit, quite a bit. So the other day I went to Walmart. This was, let me see, when was this? 29. Today's the first. Okay, so this is 2 days ago, April 29th. Went into Walmart with a friend of mine who actually works at Walmart, right around the corner from my house. And just a normal trip. She went in to get a few items. I went in to get a few personal supplies, a couple of house supplies, and a kit so I can do my nails because I prefer to do my own nails, do my own acrylics because I don't like how other people fuck up my nails. Anyways, back to my story. Went in Walmart, get a few things. I seen a lip gloss and I wanted to swatch it, so I did. Regardless of if the color was gonna be a crazy look as far as the swatch or not, I was still going to get the lip gloss because I like makeup. I've dabbled in makeup since 2013. I've always had a collection of makeup. I do not do makeup on other people. I only do makeup on myself. So I'm not an MUA by any means. I will do friends makeup, but that does not make me an MUA like everybody else. Anyways, so I got the lip gloss. It was the perfect shade of pink. I threw it in my basket, continued to shop. So me and my friend get up to the register and we go to self checkout. I don't like waiting in those long lines because, as you all know, Walmart has 30 registers and only 2 employees. So anybody who shops at Walmart knows that. So, like I said, got to the self checkout and there were two available. So me and my friend split. She went to one, I went to the other. She had 2 items. I had quite a few items. So she checked out her items first and then she came over to me. I was almost done checking out my items when she said, "Hey, bro, we gotta go." So I'm instantly confused. Like, what the fuck is going? What the fuck is going on? Ooh, excuse me. So I'm instantly confused. Like, what the hell is going on? So she proceeds to tell me, "I'll tell you when we get to the car, but we gotta go now." Ooh, ashy. Where's my chapstick? Oh, there it is. Also bought this. It's my favorite. The Burt's Bees, the vanilla. Love it. So, as I was saying, like I said, checking out. Oh yeah, moisture. Checking out, and in the process of checking out, she tells us that we gotta go. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Hurry up, check out. I came out with 2 bags, and I spent 50. Just kidding. I spent $75.89. I got $20 cash back. So, proceeded to leave, get to the parking lot. As soon as we get out the door, she's like, "The guy at the door, did you see him?" I was like, "Who are you talking about?" She was like, "The little skinny black guy that was at the door." And I was like, "Yeah, he walked off. Like, what about him?" She was like, "Well, he was supposed to check your bag." Mm? Mm? Check my bag for what? Check my bag for what? I just spent over $75 in this bitch. Check my bag for what? And I only had 2 fucking bags. She proceeds to tell me that while we were in the makeup section, when we had first got there, the lady who was running that department seen me doing a swatch, and even though I put the lip gloss in my bag or in my basket, and also bought that fucking lip gloss as well as another lip gloss, she proceeded to call on the radio and say, "Do a security scan of the store for suspicious activity." Now, I live in a mostly white town. The town neighboring me to the right, going towards Atlanta, because I live in Alabama, going towards Atlanta, is a mostly white town. There are a lot of mixed people in this town as well. Not too many blacks, but a lot of whites, a lot of mixed, a lot of older people, and a lot of young mixed children. A lot of older white people, and a lot of younger mixed people, as well as a few younger black people and a couple of middle-aged black people. So, and that goes for both towns, my town and the town neighboring me to the right. So, I am like, okay, so clearly this is some racist ass shit. The lady who was over that department was white. The lady manager who was supposed to be watching us as we walked through the entire store was black. I recognized her. She worked at the other store before. She got fired for some racist shit against black people. And so she came to the next best thing, I guess, the store down the street from my house. So as we're checking out, like I said, my friend comes over to me. My friend works at this store. She's been at this store for quite some time. So she comes over to me, and I guess that's when the manager is like, "Okay, false alarm, false alarm. They're together. She's not by herself, and she can't be stealing because she's with one of our employees. So, false alarm." So she's on the radio as I'm getting ready to walk out the door. Me and my friend are getting ready to walk out the door. She's on the radio saying, never mind, cancel, 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 cancel." Okay. But the guy at the door also is a friend of my friend's, and she said that he never had any intentions on checking our bag anyway because they had already fucked him around earlier that day. He already knew that we were not stealing, so he had no intentions on checking our bag anyway. Now, the next day, which was yesterday, I came into Walmart because I could not find the corporate number. But I did speak with a manager who was on duty that morning. It was about 8 o'clock in the morning. I had just put my son on the bus at 7:30. Went there at 8 o'clock. Spoke with her, let her know everything that happened, let her know that I did not appreciate that shit, let her know that that shit pissed me off, let her know that the Walmart down the street from my house provides me with a lot of things. I spend my hard-earned fucking money at this store to be racially profiled and followed around the store. Now, this is a problem for me because I've had this happen before in other predominantly white towns. And my first experience with something of this nature was in the seventh grade with my mother and my sister doing back to school shopping. Now, my mother has a very good job. I don't know if you all have heard of Goodyear, the tire company. She's been there since I was 10 years old, and I'm 28. So she's been there quite some time. Every year, back to school time, my mom drops no less than $800 to $1,000 on me and my sister for school clothes, school shoes, school supplies, backpacks and shit. She gets our hair done. We get our nails done. We we get our nails done, and we just prep for going back to school, just normal back to school stuff. So one particular store that we shopped at, which we've shopped at a lot before the ones around us started closing down, is J.C. Penney's. Not sure if you all know about J.C. Penney's. They have great deals. I'm 5'8", so I've always had an issue with finding pants that are long enough for me. So, of course, we go to stores like that because they cater to taller girls like me. My sister is 4'11", my mother is 5'5". So, we go to this J.C. Penney's. Yes, this is another story. We go to this J.C. Penney's. We buy over $200 worth of things, and we leave. Now, like I said, I'm tall, so a lot of those pants I had to try on. I asked the lady, could I get a dressing room? And I had to search for the lady, first of all, because there's no one ever available. Had to search for her to get a dressing room. Keep in mind, I'm in the 7th grade, going to the 8th grade, and I've been 5'8" for as long as I can remember. So I was probably, yeah, I was about 5'8" at this time. So we go to the dressing room. I finally find somebody. And she's like, here, you can go in this one. She unlocks the door, opens the door, lets me in. When I open the door, I see that there is tags all over the floor. There are jewelry tags all over the floor, clothing tags all over the floor, hangers all over the floor, just a lot of shit all over the floor. And then there's a pile of clothes that's just piled up in a fucking corner in this dressing room. I was like, do you not want to clean this out before I go in here? Or is it your break? Or this just how y'all do? Or what? So she says, oh, it's fine, it's fine. I'll clean it after you get out. How many do you have to try on? I only had 3 pair of pants. So I tried all 3 pair of pants on. I told my mom that I think only one of them worked and the other ones didn't. She was like, that's fine, we'll go to another store. So we proceeded to check out. Of course, my sister got a whole wardrobe in one store, and I only got 1 pair of pants and I think 2 sweaters because, like I said, I'm tall. Shit don't always work for me. Let's just be real. Shit don't always work for me. So we proceed to check out. We leave. When we leave, we're leaving out of the parking lot. Well, trying to leave out of the parking lot. We pull out of our space and we get ready to leave to go to the next store. Probably was going to stop and get something to eat before we went to the next store because usually when my mom shops, it's an all-day thing. So we go and get ready to leave the parking lot. We're flagged by a police officer. He pulls us over. He asks us where we're coming from. We say we're coming from J.C. Penney's doing, school shopping or whatever. I'm in the front, my sister's in the back, my mom's in the driver's seat. We're coming back from J.C. Penney's, or we're leaving J.C. Penney's from purchasing a lot of things. So they ask, can I check your bag? So my mom's like, why? What's the problem? And I was like, well, we got a call of 3 black women who were stealing out of J.C. Penney's. So my mom's upset. She's livid. She's trying to keep it calm From what I remember, she don't last very long. She calls her husband at the time, who was not with us. I think he was doing something else. He was always working on cars and stuff. He had quite a few old school cars, and he liked to work on them at home. So my mom's upset. By this time, my sister's crying. My mom's screaming and crying over the phone, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not really the type of person to break down crying. I feel like I really only have two emotions. I'm either really, really happy or I'm really, really pissed off. And at this point, I was confused as hell, but I was mostly really, really pissed off. My mom has, as much as I've always wanted to, I've never been able to go to an all black school. My mom always preferred to send us to schools where she felt like we would get a better education, which in the towns that we've always lived in were predominantly white. I've had race issues before um, with different Caucasian people. I've had Mexican people look at me crazy. Of course, when I go in the hair store, it's the hurry up and buy type shit. Like, I've always experienced this, especially for my skin tone. I'm a brown skin tone. My sister and my mother are much darker than I am, and it's always been like that. And it just sucks. It really sucks. Because why is it that the color of my skin means that I'm automatically in the wrong? And I've never understood that. And that's the only thing that was really going through my mind. Like, if we were white, this would not be happening. Point blank, period. If we were white, this would not be happening. If we were anything other than black, this would not be happening. Period. So, my mom's husband or whatever makes us stay there. And we're still talking to the police officer. My mother is still clearly upset. The police officer is literally searching our bags, and two more cars pull up. My mom is livid. She's crying her ass off by this time. My sister is inconsolable. She's crying her ass off at this time. And I just remember being so pissed, and so helpless. And it's just, I don't know, it just irritated me so bad. And it just bring like that memory. After I told my sister what happened at Walmart, she was like, "You remember what happened at JCPenney's?" I was like, "Yeah." And that was a long time ago. Like I said, I'm 28, and that happened 8th grade. Well, 7th grade going into 8th grade. 7th grade going into 8th grade, I was 12. 12 years old. 12 years old. And it's sad because as black people, as much positive things as we've done for the United States of America, um, the invention of the light bulb, the invention of the traffic light, the invention of the hot comb, air conditioning unit, and the list goes on and on. But as much positive things that come from black people, we can't catch a break. We can't catch a break. We've never been able to catch a break. It's like, no, slavery is not going on in 2019, but racial issues are still high. You have black people getting killed by the police and no one bats an eye. You have black people being assaulted and murdered by white supremacists or white nationalists, racists. It don't matter. Trayvon Martin. The two girls, I forgot their names, but the two girls that were attacked at the damn bus stop for no reason, for the color of their skin. One of those girls didn't even make it. One of those girls didn't even make it. She died at the train. No, it was it a bus stop or was it a train? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below, but y'all know what I'm talking about. If you're in tune with racial injustice and things that are going on as of now, as of the 90s, as of forever, for black people, I don't even like the word African American, black people in general, all shades, all shapes, all sizes, male or female, you know this to be true. And it's absolutely outrageous to me that a store that is literally 5 minutes away from my house, a 5 minute drive from my house, literally around the fucking corner, somewhere that I buy my food from, my son's food from, my supplies for my businesses, my personal supplies, school supplies for my son, like electronics, TVs, laptops, phone cards, as much as even just a pit stop, like, dang, forgot to get such and such or whatever. Let me run to Walmart real quick. Walmart is my first stop shop because it's an all inclusive store. But it's crazy that as much as me and other black people just think like, ooh, Target's right down the street. Gotta go get some stuff. Let me run to Target. Ooh, Walmart's right down the street. Let me go get some stuff real quick. Like, we can't even go to these places and shop and spend our hard earned money and get equal treatment. Is that really so much to ask for? Equal treatment? Like, people act like it's a foreign concept, but it's really not. If I'm walking down the street and a white person is walking down the street and I reach into my bag and they reach into their bag and the police pass by, there's no reason why the police should stop me for reaching into my bag, guns drawn, but let Becky walk the fuck away, and all I was trying to get was my cell phone. Becky was trying to get a fucking needle so she could shoot up some heroin. You didn't even think to stop Becky. It didn't cross your mind to think to stop her. But you seen me reaching into my bag, and because of the color of my skin, you would stop me. And it's stuff that happens like that every day. Improper lane change. Sandra Bland. She was the same age as me. When she died, she was 28 years old. 28 years old. Young. Trayvon Martin, a baby. Tamir Rice, a baby. Mike Brown, a baby. It's just, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to me, y'all. It really don't. And I don't know. People say that things will change, but the way of the world now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, we're living in our last days. You don't ever know when your last day is, but how things are going right now, I just don't. I just don't see anything getting any better because as far as racism is concerned, you're not born like that. You're taught that in your home. If I taught my son, be scared of white people, every time he went to school, he'd probably have a fucking panic attack because that's what he's taught. That white people are here to harm him and to be terrified. And to a certain extent, he does need to be scared. And I don't mean scared like panic. I mean, I don't even mean to use the word scared. To a certain extent, he needs to be aware of his surroundings, aware of people's actions. He needs to pay attention, and he's 6. And it's crazy that the talks that I have to have with my 6-year-old black son, and my son's light skinned, very light skinned. But I feel that these talks are necessary for me to have with him, and he's 6. Becky doesn't have to have these talks with her children. All black people have to have a certain type of talk with their child. Before me and my son even go into Walmart, before me and my son even get out the car, don't bring that tablet in here. Don't bring your toy in here because they're going to think you're stealing. If my son has a drink, I have to make sure as soon as I go in the store to stop the person at the door to notify them, hey, I brought this drink in. I don't want there to be any confusion. Is there a sticker or something that you can give me to stick on this drink to notify the cashier when it's time for me to check out that I didn't take this? I live with this reality every day. Every day. And the fact that it has been such a long time since this has happened, since something to this scale and proportion has happened, it's sad. It's really sad. And like I said, I'm not the type of person to cry or anything like that, but it's really sad because how many more times? Oh, God, my eye. Ouch. How many more times do I have to experience this in my life? As long as my skin is this color, there's no limit. And that's the harsh reality. There's no limit. But that's all for my story time and a little bit of background as to why I went ahead and put this story time out, because it's really ridiculous. The world that we live in is really crazy, and it especially sucks for black people. So, but that's about it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Um, if you've had any similar experiences, be sure to leave it down in the comment section below. Let's start a discussion. No fighting. I don't want to start any type of issues, any type of drama, or anything like that. Any negativity will be deleted and you will be blocked because I'm just tired. I'm tired, and it's just it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I've experienced 2 major situations in my life and I'm only 28. My son is 6. So, and with him, it's going to be a lot worse because he's going to grow into being a black man. A black man that people are terrified of, a black man that someone is going to feel threatened by. And there's been so many children that have died at the hands of others because of the color of their skin. And it just makes me really sad that, it's a fear, a constant fear that maybe one day my son is not going to come home. And I have that fear now, and he's only in first grade. So, like I said, if anybody else feels the same way, don't hesitate to leave your testimony, any type of experience that you've had in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed to my channel and you made it this far, I mean, you might as well, in light of the situation, in light of the heavy topic. It's not like this all the time, I promise. But if you want to continue rock with me and you want to continue on this journey with me, through life, through YouTube, be my friend, be my confidant, be my brother, be my sister, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and be sure to click that notification bell so that you can be alerted every time that I upload. And until then, peace and love, y'all.